Hi everyone, I hope all of you guys are doing well. So today in this particular video, I'm going to talk about how this one small ingredient, if you figure out this one small ingredient in your life, it has a massive long-term impact on a lot of things. Like even if you are appearing for UPSC exam, your attitude towards the exam, the amount of hard work you put in for the exam, the way you are preparing for this exam. Then similarly, if you are even working in corporate or have a startup or anything, you have a business, this particular ingredient has a very important say in how you perform, in how you fare. Now, what is this ingredient? Well, I am someone who really likes Naval Ravikant and the way he thinks, the way he puts out his thoughts on various things in life. And one very major thing I've learned from him is that we have to stay away. We have to, in fact, learn to stay away from pessimism and pessimists. In our life, a lot of times we come across people who will have every time something negative to say about how things are around us or how things are with us. For example, in fact, this is the truth that we live in a country which is a tough country to live. We have had the past of the colonialism, and now we are emerging from that colonial past, and we are now moving into a very different future, very bright future for our country. But even in this bright surroundings, even in this bright future that we have, there are definitely a lot of challenges that we as youth have to face on a daily basis. Of course, not me. I'm an officer, and government really definitely takes care of me in terms of giving me a good salary, giving me the perks, and giving me a job that is very satisfaction. That has a lot of from where I get a lot of satisfaction. Now that is a very big thing as a person who is having a career, But a lot of the youth definitely face a lot of challenge in our country because we have to struggle. A lot of the families have to face a lot of challenges because we are coming from a very difficult past, very different situation. When we were independent, we just got independence, our literacy rates were so low, our overall mortality was so high across the board in various things. So all these big things we had to tackle over the last many years. But what is it that has made us get to the point we are at today? We are an optimist country today, right? We are not a pessimist country. We are not looking at a negative future like a lot of the other countries, but we are looking at a very positive future. What is the reason for that? The reason for that is the people, is the optimists, is the people who believe that yes, we can. People who believe that through our hard work, through our smart work, by putting our mind in the right places, we can definitely achieve a better future for ourselves and for our future generations. So similarly, when you are preparing for UPSC, when you are working in any corporate or any kind of startup business you are doing, surround yourself with optimists. Don't surround yourself with pessimistic people, people who will always say no, people who have a negative mindset, who are always looking to find fault in things you do, who are always looking to find negative things, some excuses. You should always work with people, you should always surround yourself with people who are optimists, people who see the brighter side of things, people who will say, yes, let's try, let's think about it. At least let's think about it, even if it's a crazy idea. People who believe in you. If you are writing your UPSC exam, the friends who tell you, yes, you can do it, you are my friend, I know you. You might not have been the brightest person in the class, but you have the ability. If you put your mind at the right place, you might not have stood first, second in class, but you do have the ability to crack this exam by putting your mind in the right place, by practicing, by having a plan, by executing that plan, and by really making sure that you are progressing each and every day. So this is the kind of people you want to surround yourself with, because at the end of the day, if someone is negative, it is a self-fulfilling prophecy always, because you have already said no. So there is nowhere you can go, right? You have already said no. If small negative things, obviously we all face challenges. Even me, when I was appearing for UPSC exam, there were a lot of challenges that I faced. Small challenges. I was thankful enough that my parents supported me. So I was surrounded by optimists. I was surrounded by parents who believed in me. I was surrounded by my siblings who believed in me. And then this obviously helps you to take off half of the burden, and then you can focus on your studies. But in your life, if there are these pessimists, I would like you to ignore them, to not listen to their voices, and instead focus on the goal that you have. Now that does not mean that I want you to take 7 attempts, 8 attempts of UPSC. I also believe that 3 to 4 attempts are max that you should go for, but still you should try. Still you should give your best for the job that you want in the future. And I can tell you with this confidence, after spending some time in the service, that this is one of the best careers you will have, not just in India, in the world, because of the kind of work that you will do as an officer and the kind of learnings that you will go through, the kind of people you will meet, from the lowest segment of the society where they need your help, to the highest segment of the society where you can support them so that our country goes in a good direction. You can facilitate industries, you can facilitate big projects, and you can also help the smallest person who requires your help, who requires your support. So this was the lesson today. Very simple thing that I wanted to tell you. Don't be a pessimist. Don't be like those trolls on Twitter who are always saying negative about whatever you do, who are always questioning things, who are always blaming things on others instead of looking into their own self. So be the person who actually works for change, and even if you make a little bit contribution by keeping this positive mindset, you will do a lot for our country and for yourself. Okay, thanks. I hope this little bit of motivation helped you, give you a little bit of dose that you need in this summer heat that we are having. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments. More than happy to answer your questions. Take care. Bye bye.